This right here is my favorite moment in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's the ending, with the aliens choosing Roy to accompany them on their journey into space. What's great about Close Encounters is its view of extraterrestrial life as something that is friendly and even curious about us. There are a few scary moments, but they mainly come from a fear of the unknown. Spielberg pushes right past this, letting Roy's search for answers drive the story. Even as his curiosity veers into obsession, frightening those around him, there's a certain childlike quality to Roy.
And on the day that I said to him, "You need a child," that's what you need for this part, he looked up and he said, "You got the part." And he knew that he did need someone who could be a child and yet a man.
One of the first things that we learn about Roy in the director's cut is that he loves Pinocchio. In his first scene, his wife is telling him to clean up around the house and do something with the kids, but he's fixated on the movie.
What is this? Hey, you know who's playing in town? Pinocchio.
I don't want to run my
Kids have never seen Pinocchio. You guys have never seen Pinocchio. You're in luck.
After his encounter with the aliens, he starts sculpting this mysterious structure he can't stop thinking about. And that's the thing, he's the only one who sculpts it. Everyone else is drawing or painting it. He has such a strong connection to this thing that he doesn't understand, he basically gives up on adulthood. He doesn't work, he plays with his food, and he ruins his living room. And it's when he's working on one of these sculptures that he finds a music box. Listen closely.
All this stuff is coming down. All gonna be like it was.
That's Pinocchio, and the song is When You Wish Upon a Star.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are.
It's a song about possibility and optimism. It's about what the future feels like when you're a kid.
Anything your heart desires will come to.
And that's why it shows up in John Williams' score during this climactic moment.
All that is such a great symphony that John has written. It was almost an opera, just a wonderful emotional opera with a little bit of When You Wish Upon a Star disguised inside some of the notes. And just a beautiful, it's one of my favorite scores that John's ever written.
Now, it also shows up in the special edition, which brings us inside the ship. The melody is a little clearer, with a dash of pixie dust to really drive it home. But I think the original ending is better because it leaves more to the imagination. And isn't that what the song's all about? By the way, those aliens? They're children. 60 or 70 local girls in costume. Look at the way they move, a little unsteady and very curious about their new friend. So Roy, a child at heart, fits right in. Even though the film shows him teaming up with Jillian, his whole story and character is much closer to her son, Barry. They even describe the UFOs the same way.
It was like an ice cream cone.
From his attitude to his actions, Roy is repeatedly shown to be the most receptive, making him the best choice to go on this journey. But wait, what about his family?
20 years later, I look at my movie and I see a lot of naivete, and I see my youth, and I see my blind optimism, and I see how I've changed. I see how I'm a little less optimistic the older I get, only because I'm dealing with 7 children in a very practical world, with practical decisions and things that have to be done on time. So I look at Close Encounters and I see a very sweet, idealistic odyssey about a man who gives up everything in pursuit of his dreams or his obsession. In 1997, I would never have made Close Encounters the way I made it in 1977 because I have a family that I would never leave.
It's this youthful optimism that makes the use of When You Wish Upon a Star so perfect. This video was created for the Essay Library's first ever video jam, where video essayists were given 48 hours to create videos related to the theme of Journey. Check out the playlist in the description to see what everyone else did. My name is Kaylin, also known as Kiki Crazed, and thank you for watching.